Hello everyone, welcome back to the Yokai Watch modding tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how you can edit menus in Yokai Watch games. So this is a very important part of modding, not because you'd be editing menus that often, but because it teaches about a lot of the core tools and a lot of the core principles you will use throughout this series and your modding journey, generally. So let's look at a few stuff about this episode. This guide assumes you followed episode 1 thoroughly, you know how to replace text, that you have Karimu 2 installed, that you have Citra with Yokai Watch 1 Europe. Installing programs. We will be installing level 5 resource editor in this tutorial so we can edit UVs. Everything else is already in Karimu. So in this episode, we will learn how to replace menu textures, meaning like instead of a hello button, it will be a bye button. This is a very bad example, but you understand what I mean. How to change the arrangement and position of textures and items on a menu. This one is a little bit more complicated. We'll be doing it with a tool called Level 5 Resource Editor. Change menu text. This is very similar to what we did last episode, but it's a tad bit different, so I'll show you. An introduction to menu behavior editing advanced. Now, this is very advanced because when you change menu behavior, you essentially edit XQs, which are compiled script files inside the game, and we cannot really edit them fully yet because the current disassembler is not that good. But yeah, let's not talk about XQs too much because we got stuff to do. Let's get started with replacing menu textures. So to start, open your Yokai Watch 1 Europe FA in Karimu. We already showed how to do that last episode. And then go into data, in menu. You'll see most menus in the game right here. So in this video, we'll be editing Caramake, and this like the character maker screen where you decide on a gender and like your name and stuff. So we're gonna edit Caramake U00ENGB.exe. exe is the resource format, so we're gonna double click on it. It's gonna open all these files. XI files are texture files, so these are what we're gonna be focusing on. So as you can see, let's go on 002. We have this nice texture, so we can click right here to export it, and we can edit it, and after we edit it, we can import it. I already made an edited one, so let's just import it. I just removed their mouths, so let's just hit the save button right here, close this, hit the save button right here, close this, click save right here, and we're gonna save it. Yeah, here is generally good, so we're just gonna wait for it to finish. So now let's try it out in game. So as you can see, Nate and Katie don't have mouths, so our texture swap was a success. So let's move on to the next thing: how to change the arrangement of position of textures and items on a menu. Start by going to the link in the description again and going down to level 5 resource editor right here. Click it. Go to fix not updated vertex. Click level 5 resource editor and save it in your modding folder. It doesn't matter. Now launch it. As you can see, this is a very basic interface, but to edit stuff here, we really need to just extract a menu. So back in Karimu, we can again open our menu folder in data, and let's edit Caramake again. We're gonna U00 means it's the top screen, and EGB is the language. So instead of going into it this time, we're just gonna right click it and click extract. Now, in level 5 resource editor, you gotta click open, and you gotta open the resource. So as you can see, all the textures are here, but you can also enable stuff and you can disable stuff, and it's a lot more complicated and a lot more complex. So it's really cool in my opinion. So what we're gonna do is, as you can see, it's like the background's right here. So we're gonna maybe move her a little bit up. As you can see, 50. Okay, that's nice. As you can see, I moved her around, and I can do this to a lot of stuff here. This is fairly useful. You can do a lot of things with this program. So this is just This is just a very bad example. This is not a bad example, but it's very basic. So we're gonna hit File Save. We're gonna save it over our original. Then back in Kareem 2, we're gonna right-click our menu again. We're gonna click Replace. We're gonna import our edited one. Then we're gonna hit Save All. We're gonna drop it right here. So let's try loading it in-game. It may not be very noticeable, but when we click on girl, Nate is kind of like here, but when we click on boy, Katie's way back there. That's because we moved it earlier. So now we are halfway done. We did change the arrangement and position. So now we're changing menu text. To open your FA, you're going to click data, res, text, and then menu. So as you can see, we have here all the text for all the menus. So for example, there we go, Karamake menu. So we're going to extract the English one. We're going to launch Nyanko from our last episode. File open. We're going to choose the text we extracted. We're going to tools, expand all. So you can see, we have only choose your gender. So we're going to do, whoa, this is such a cool mod. And then we're going to do save. We're going to save it over as usual. I'm going to close. And back in Karimu, we're going to click replace. We're going to get it. And we're going to save it in the game. And as you can see, it says, whoa, this is such a cool mod. This is really cool. This is really cool. I think this is pretty cool. So, introduction to menu behavior editing advanced. So for this, we're going to go back to the All Modding Tools website in the description. We're going to scroll a lot down until we find extract query GUI. So we're going to click on it. We're going to click this right here, download raw file. And we're going to click save as. You can save it wherever you want. Extract it. Open extract query.exe. Now, here, yeah, it works. So, back in Karimu, we're gonna close this and we're gonna go into the sec folder, which has all our scripts. So, back in menu, we have car make menu, xq, which is our script file. So, we're gonna put it here, and then open our extract query GUI. We're gonna click decompile, and we're gonna choose the menu from earlier. So finish decompiling xq. You can find it in the same folder as the input file. So our input file was here, so we have carmake.txt. So we're gonna take a look inside. As you can see, it's a very complicated script. So we're not gonna touch all of that right now because this is just reading text and stuff, but we're gonna do something a bit more interesting. So what we're gonna do is instead of being able to select female, we're gonna just do menu back. Okay, let's do menu back instead of selecting female, and that will ensure you cannot select Katie because Katie is not canon. So before we continue, I just wanted to clarify some stuff because I feel like that portion of the video wasn't very clear. So what I did was I decompiled the script file and I took all the code from the function that goes back a menu and put it into the select female function, which is basically the function that is triggered when you click select Katie in the game. So now when you click select Katie, it goes back a menu. And then let's here in our extract query GUI, click compile, xq32, and then let's choose our txt file that we just edited. Perfect, and we have here, and let's close. And we have caramake.menu.xq.txt.xq. So once we have that, we're gonna click here, replace, and then we're gonna do save all. We're gonna just save it here. It truly does not matter. And let's test it in game. When we here, whoa, this is such a cool mod. And then when we click girl, it just goes back a menu. So that's cool. This is just the tip of the iceberg of script editing. We'll go more into that in a future video. I'll make you understand the syntax and I'll walk you through it. So this was today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And till next time, see ya.